Hey, what is going on, my beautiful people? Happy Thursday. I'm surprised I survived Wednesday. Wednesday was a long day for me, but I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to come with another topic for you today. If you're coming in from Facebook, do me a favor, bump over to YouTube. Help me boost the analytics. Help me get more people here on the platform, on the channel. Make sure that if this is your first time, you subscribe. But I don't like the word subscribe because I don't really feel the whole subscription. Like the channel. All right. That's how I want to view it. Like the channel, like the feed, um, join a community and help us build something that's going to last for a long time and help people that come in from, years to come. Years to come. They're going to have this content. They're going to be going through heartache. They're going to be going through depression, anxiety, struggling with what their purpose is in life. And this content will be here. So make sure that you are able to join this community just by simply liking the channel. What's up, Corey Nelson? Good morning. Coffee with Court session. What are you guys drinking? If you're in the States, are you drinking coffee or are you drinking tea? Yesterday was tea. Today is coffee. What's up, Facebook user? That's actually pretty funny. It's good to see y'all. Thanks for liking it. All right, in today's video, or in this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 text messages that you should never respond to. All right, 3 messages that don't warrant a respond. And this is kind of a little research project that I've done with, clients that I've worked with. Something that warranted a response, something that kind of led them on, made them have a little bit of hope, made them feel some type of way. They may have been healing, and then this person come with this one text, and they're like, "Coach, what do I do? I need an immediate session." It's like, it's pretty obvious what you do. Don't respond. Don't text back. And I got those things written down for you. But as I was sitting here planning out the session, I actually added 3 bonus things on here, which are 3 things that are worth a response. All right. So if you were just joining, make sure that you stick around to the end for those 3 bonus reasons as to why you should respond. I can't see you, Renee. No, it just says Facebook user. No profile picture. So if you guys are here on YouTube, do me a favor and like the feed. Let's get up to 5 today. Just give me 5 likes and we can get started. That's it. 5 likes. That's all I ask for. We have 2. We need a couple more, and then we can get started with the session. Once again, only ask for likes so we can boost the analytics, so we can get people in here and we can get discussion going, because other people are struggling with the same things that you struggle with, and you sharing your journey with them helps bring more value to this channel, helps bring more value to this feed today. The group is going to be starting in November. Don't forget that. Don't forget to email me here. We've got a few people already that are ready to start their healing journey. They're ready to start their, I don't know what you would call it. I think it's just like just an adventure that we all go on together. And if you're struggling with relationships, if you're struggling finding healthy partners, if you're struggling with past traumas, this is the group that I created this group for you. If you can't afford a session, 1 or 2 times, then this is going to be something that's going to give you a lot of value. Like I said, I don't like pushing myself, but this is here for you. It's a resource. Shadow banned. Maybe you may be getting shadow banned here on Facebook. It's a thing, and I've been shadow banned. No, I've heard of people being shadow banned before, and it's quite frustrating. All right. We got 5 likes. Look at you guys. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. So here are 3 text messages that you should never respond to. If you are the one that has been broken up with and you are in no contact yourself, here are 3 text messages that you should never respond to. The first one is the lazy hey. If they just say, "Hey, what's up?" Don't respond to that. If they broke up with you and you are someone that didn't want to break up and you felt like the relationship was actually going well, or even if you felt like, all right, this thing is getting kind of stagnant, they broke up with you, and their best way to recontact you is to say, "Hey, Here's why I don't like that. It's a low entry way of getting back into your life. Um, it's laziness. It's setting the term. It's a covert agreement to allow a person to just be or to just have a friend zone. Have a friend zone, accepting the friend zone. There it is. It's a covert way to accept the friend zone. Because if you respond to that, here's what's going to happen. They're going to ramp it up. They're going to think that you guys can talk every day like usual, and it's something that you don't want. You have to be a better negotiator for yourself. So if someone just texts you, "Hey," don't respond. Later on, I got the 3 messages that you should respond to. The second one, "I hope you're doing okay." Well, you just shattered me and broke my heart. So I think I'm doing not that well. That's not a message that you should be responding to, right? Because essentially it's none of their business how you're doing. So I know people are going to disagree. You should be friends. You should remain friends, especially if it's someone that's an avoidant. If it's someone that's trying not to be so vulnerable. I know it goes against everything that I've said, but here's the thing about this channel. It's about evolution. The more I learn, the more I'm going to help you guys, the more I'm going to teach you guys. So if they're saying, and they broke up with you, all right, this is if they broke up with you. Now, if you broke up with them and they're messaging you and they're saying, "Hey," or they're saying, "Hope you're doing okay," that means clearly they want to be back with you. So, but if they broke up with you and they're saying, "Hope you're doing okay," don't respond to that. All right. If you do decide to respond to that, don't do it immediately because it looks too eager. It's really easy for a person to, that's that vulnerability part. That means they don't have to do much at all to get back into your good graces, which is unhealthy. Hey, if you guys want to jump on this live session, I'm going to open it up today. We're going to take call-ins. All right. We're going to take call-ins after I get through this. The last one that you shouldn't respond to is the angry text. All right. This is a text message that's going to try to provoke some type of reaction out of you. If they're talking about how you're this and that and how you broke them, and the old saying, the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. So if they're feeling that type of way, they clearly feel something for you. They're clearly upset. They may have broken up with you. I usually see people that are anxious, preoccupied doing the angry text message after the breakup because the breakup was just a protest and it was a way to get you to show up better or try to give them more what they wanted from you. But if they're doing that, just ignore it. Don't play it. There is a quote I like that my old financial advisor, really good friend of mine, we're good friends, told me. He said, when you wrestle with a pig, you'll both get muddy. But the problem is the pig actually likes it. I was like, "Ooh, I like that. I think I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna use that one." But it was a pretty good quote. So those are the 3 text messages that you do not want to respond to. If you guys want to jump in on the live session, email me here at coaching@healmyattachment, and we can answer questions right here live. I know it's early on a Thursday here in the States, but hey, I'm here to give free coaching if you want it. I had my coffee already. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball here. I've been editing videos and stuff this morning, so it's been a little bit kind of a busy morning for me. All right, on to the next 3. Here's the bonus 3. Okay, the 3 text messages that you can respond to. I would say this is worthy of a response. If they reach out and they say, "I miss you." Now, this is given that this person broke up with you. If they say they miss you, a good script for that would be like, "Hey, I miss you too. Let's get together. Let's have some coffee. Let's watch the show we like to watch," and see what their response is. But if it's like a ambivalent response, if it's kind of a skittish response, take it back. Now, you know what? What was I thinking? You broke up with me. It's okay. But I don't want to be friends. Just so you know, I miss you, but I don't want to be friends. I don't miss you enough to put myself through torture. You don't have to say all of this, to put myself through torture mentally by wanting something that I know I can't have. So that's just a self-respect thing. That is the true self-love, if you ask me. Hey, if you're in here, like the feed. We got 9. I got two more bonuses. All right, if you're just coming in, I'm gonna recap real quick. Three text messages that you shouldn't respond to if they just reach out and say, "Hey," and they broke up with you. Hey, or "Hope you're doing okay," or a text message where they're angry, they're trying to provoke a response, they're trying to get you to get out of character, which isn't, if it's not what you want to do, if it's not who you are, don't play the game. All right. And the next one is that you should respond to. First one was, "I miss you." The second one's going to be, "This is hard." And this is one that is kind of tough because it makes it seem like they want you to be their emotional landing pad, but they don't want to be anything else. Right. So if they say something like, "This is hard," um, a response to that would be like, "I agree. Breakups aren't easy. If you want to get together and talk about it, I'm free for that. If you want to hop on FaceTime, we can do that. Um, but try not to be too eager. Don't flip it around and talk about how you've been crying all night long and how the song came on that made you think of them just 5 minutes ago. Try not to do that, because it's, like I said, it's a low entryway for them to be able to have that connection with you still and that bond with you still. And it's not what you want. It's essentially agreeing to friend zone. The last one that I think is one that's very common in my coaching practice, is something that I see people doing all the time, are the messages that they get. Well, they have something already planned out. Let's say they was going to a wedding, they already bought tickets to a concert, and they'll message you after they broke up with you, "Are we still going to X event together?" Now, I'm curious to know what the comment section think about that last one. How would you respond to that? If your ex broke up with you and you had this, because I get the question all the time. They're like, "Court, here's the question. We were supposed to do this event together. Or we were supposed to do that together. We're supposed to go over to," I hear people say, "We're supposed to go to Belize together." I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." What do you do about that? What would you guys do? What would your response be? Would you say, "You know what, just sell the tickets, go with someone else"? I'm curious, because that's sometimes a hard one for me to answer too. Sometimes it's not that easy to just sell tickets or get refunds on your plane tickets or whatever it is. I would say I'm still down. Oh, I'm still down to go. Hey, that's how you do it. That's actually what I usually say. Is I say I would still say, "Hey, I'm open to still do it," and kind of go from there and just see where, because clearly if it's something that's pressing to them, they'll figure it out. That's kind of that way of saying, but I have seen people go on those trips and do these events together, and it gave them false hope. And then after it was over, that's when the breakup actually happened. So it kind of had this dark cloud over the whole event, over the time that they spent together. They may have even been intimate together. And then all of a sudden, they still want the breakup. So it's a tough one. It really is. Hey, thanks for becoming a YouTube member to Unite. That's a pretty cool name too, Unite. All right. So those are the three text messages that I say you should never respond to. Three messages that is worthy of a response, where you may have an opportunity to still be with that person. Zero expectations. Yeah, James, you let the pressure off and say, "I have no hard feelings with you. Um, I thought the time we had together was a beautiful experience. So why not go together? It's not like we're enemies." So if you want to join a live session, if you have some question you want to ask, we can go ahead and do that. I know it's kind of early. Some people may be listening from work. They can't do it. I know a lot of people work from home. I bumped into my ex. It's been 5 months. I asked her if she blocked my number, never did contact her. She cried and said, "I don't want the new guy guy I'm seeing to see you call." What does that mean? And why would that be a concern of the new guy? Clearly, that's an indication that he may have a little bit of insecurities going, or it could be disrespectful. You know, um, he may not even know that you guys were even dating each other for a while. I mean, he may not know that. So that's the question I would have. Like, does he know about your history? Does he know about your past? Does he know that you're monkey branching from him, from me to him? Okay, I got some questions here. I think my ex is fearful of avoidance. She has already started seeing someone about 3 weeks after we split. But she came to my work to get her pictures and was very emotional. She texted about business yesterday, but I couldn't help but ask her how they were doing. I asked for a phone call, and her words, "Don't hold your breath right now." You see what I mean? I'm not going to say your name, but I'm confused from last week to now. That's called a breadcrumb and getting your emotional need. She's getting her emotional needs met while she's with someone else, right? That's something you just can't allow. It's essentially not. It's not conducive to what you want. It's not going to help you reach your end goal, which is you want to be back with that person. And the only way that you can really do that is to go ghost, become a mystery, become someone that they wonder about. But if you're going in, I see it as like a hot air balloon, no contact. Or I call it the self-discovery rule because I really think you should be not focusing on that person. You should be diving deep into personal development. A lot of times when people get broke up with, it's because they're not on their game. It's because they're not really happy in life, period. They may be struggling financially, they're struggling with their career path, they may hate their career, they gain weight, whatever. That's what you really should be using no contact for, the self-discovery. But I see this like a hot air balloon. You think of a hot air balloon going up. Every time you contact that person, inquire about their life, you're poking holes in that balloon and just bringing it back to earth. The attraction is not going to be able to lift off. You just keep poking in and just bringing it back down to earth. So that's why I say no contact is important. It's to build that uh, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Is that the quote? Hi from Australia. Ex and I split after 5 years. We were engaged and had one child on the way, had a miscarriage, and it broke us apart. 2 weeks after we stopped talking, she started dating this new guy. Then she does everything with him that she couldn't do for me and us. You know, anytime I see that, I know people tend to struggle with, was I just nothing? Was I not as important or not as handsome and not as successful as this other person? You start to think, like, what is it about me that caused this person not to show up for me and be that person that I wanted them to be and give me all of that affection and stuff? But that's the very nature of a rebound relationship. They will do everything possible to make their relationship look real or to explore everything that they wanted to do with you. And especially if they're posting this stuff online, I believe that truly happy people don't post everything online. All right. They don't post all that they're doing because essentially they're living in a moment. It's just not important. But if they need validation from people and support from the community, let's say that they were feeling guilty about leaving you, and then they start posting all these happy events and things that they got going on, and they're getting likes and validation from the people online. I usually question whether or not that's authentic and if it's genuine. And you guys know I've done enough videos about rebound relationships. You know what I consider a rebound. A rebound is a relationship where you haven't taken the time to heal, where you haven't taken a pause to understand how you showed up and to show up better. I made a comment on her blog and she didn't like it. I spoke to her in person and tried resolving it, but she is like, I shall reply when I can, but I have a few others who need my attention, so don't wait. Yeah, this person is just not not there anymore. Um, and usually you tend to see the most unhealthiest and the most, what would you call it, hurtful behaviors when the relationship ends. That person becomes a total stranger, someone that you didn't know. Um, and we tend to keep operating in a way that we did when when the relationship was at its finest, when it was at its strongest. This is why I like the analogy, of seasons changing. You don't want to be caught in the snowstorm with your swim trunks still on. It's not summer anymore. And you have to be able to realize that I need to prepare for this next season when it arrives, because winter always comes. And I know that we're looking for relationships where the winter never comes. And that's great, but you have to be able to understand that one day this thing may go cold. And how would I respond if that happens? Those are the people that really struggle to move on after a breakup because they can't grasp that winter is here. If you guys know that analogy, let me know. If you know what I'm referring to, put it in the comment section if you know what I'm referring to as far as winter is coming. Woo. That's a caramel macchiato and it's hitting right now. Hey, if you're just coming in, like the feed for me. We got 11 likes. We've had some people been here for a long time. Please do me a favor and like the feed. Boost it. Get the questions in here. I'll answer them now. If you're just coming in here, I'm going to tell you guys what this topic was about, or what this live session was essentially supposed to be about before I got to answering questions. 3 text messages that you should never respond to. Right. And the 3 messages are, hey, the simple hey, or what's up, or hey, big head. Or the second one, hey, how you're doing? I hope you're doing okay. Now, this is if they broke up with you. Hey, I hope you're doing okay. And the angry text where they come with something rageful and try to provoke a response. Say, hey, I can't believe you cheated, or I can't believe whatever they want to text. Sometimes it's way off base and it's a way to get an emotional response for you. Or it's a way for them that's part of their grieving process. Some people grieve, the 5 stages of grieving. Some people grieve by getting angry. And when you're angry, you make some pretty impulsive decisions and may send out messages that you shouldn't be sending out. But that's not worthy of a response. All right. Then I had some bonus responses here I felt like was worth responding to, which was, if they reach out and they broke up with you and they say, hey, I miss you, or they say this is hard, or they say, are we still going to this event, whatever the event was, X event, which me and James here agreed that it'd be a good idea to just take that event, but understand the conditions that you are going into. You are essentially friends at this point, and you can't operate like you're in a relationship. Now, I won't say that it would be a bad idea to essentially treat it like a courtship, because you can. And if it was ever a condition where the person didn't really want to break up with you, they felt like they had to, like you didn't change, they were coming to you with some concerns and you didn't take heed, then you get a chance to show up better. You still are in the game. But if they really had nothing to do with you, you would never hear about it. They'll say, hey, I Venmo'd you the tickets, that money, the refund for the tickets, or I canceled the trip. But if they're still wondering about that future event, you may be still in good standings. All right. Hey Corey, great to see you live. No troubles right now. My paradise basal on live and joining you, Canada. Hey, Melanie, it's good to see you too. I'm going to end the session, everybody. I appreciate you being here. If you're interested in going live with me, right, where we hop on, I don't know if you guys have seen, but I had a video called "Is It a Rebound?" That video was I had some people come on and actually discuss some topics with me and just kind of show some love. If you are interested in doing that, I'm going to put my email up here, coaching at Heal My Attachment. You can also email me here for the coaching group that I'm going to be putting together. I am putting together for next month. It's going to run for 3 months and we'll meet bi-weekly. We're going to be going through books. We're going to be going through anything dating and relationships and life, if that's what you want to discuss. But as always, I appreciate you guys being here. And always remember, when you go be love, you'll never have to find it. Namaste. Peace.